friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about the ColourPop and Frozen 2 collaboration. This is another Disney collection, this time just focusing on Elsa and Anna from the Frozen movies. This collection is already available. ColourPop has made it known that these kits are the most limited items in the collection. I'm gonna run through all the products, I'm gonna give you the prices, I'm gonna give you the swatches, and I'm also gonna do two different tutorials, an Anna and an Elsa palette tutorial. Let's just start with these kits. They are priced at $38 a piece, and they come in this fancy special box. This would be a great gift. Inside this collector box, you'll get all 4 items that coordinate with each character. So a lip gloss, a 9-pan palette, a luxe lipstick, and a Gliterally Obsessed body glitter. When you get the kit, all 4 items do come in here, but they don't come with the individual boxes. You can also buy any of these products individually, and they'll come in a different like cardboard outer box instead of packed in these little kits. Let's start with the Gliterally Obsessed body glitters. The glitter gel body glitters are the only items that are completely sold out now that I'm looking at the website. These are priced at $9 a piece. I'm not sure if these will be restocked or not. These are little screw top pots. They have a stopper inside. Keep that stopper because it keeps the gel from drying out. The Anna Gliterally Obsessed shade is called Waterfall. It's a gold. And the Elsa is an icy iridescent white shade. It's called the Dark Sea. We also have 4 lip products in this collection, so 2 glosses and 2 cream finish luxe lipsticks. The luxe lipsticks are priced at $9 a piece. They are both a cream finish. The Anna shade is called Going North and the Elsa shade is called Little Snow. Then the glosses, these do have a brush tip applicator. They're priced at $8 a piece. The Anna shade is called Free Spirit and the Elsa shade is called Mythic Journey. Here are some swatches of all 4 lip colors side by side. That way you can see all the differences between all 4 shades. Now let's talk about the eyeshadow palettes. These palettes are priced at $15 a piece. Both are coming in a heavy-duty cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure. There are mirrors inside. The Anna palette has 3 metallic shades, one of which is a duochrome. Then we're getting 4 true mattes, 1 matte with glitter, and then 1 pressed glitter. The pressed glitter in this Anna palette is the only shade that's marked as not intended for the eye area. I will give kudos to ColourPop. They made the warning a lot more clear on these palettes. There is little asterisk inside next to the pan. It's also marked on the back of the palette and the back of the box. In the Elsa palette, we're getting a couple more not intended for eye area shades in this one. I think it's because they have those red pigments that can cause staining and sometimes irritation. In this Elsa palette, we have 4 very shimmery shades, 2 of which are duochromes. I think that's really cool. It's very fitting for an Elsa palette. Then we have 3 true matte shades, 1 matte with glitter, and then 1 pressed glitter. And again, all the shades that are not intended for eye area are very clearly marked. Of course, this pressed glitter, as well as these 2 reddish shades on the bottom row here. And those 3 shades are very clearly marked inside, on the back of the palette, and on the outer packaging. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some swatches of both of these palettes now. I will show you both finger and brush swatches just on the inside of my arm with no primer down first. The finger swatches will be on top and the brush swatches will be below. The only exception being those pressed glitters. I'm just finger swatching those. They don't really apply well with a brush. For the brush swatches, I'll be using my e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush. This brush will be completely dry for all my swatches, and I'll clean the brush off in between each shade using my Veramona color switch so that there's no color transfer in between shades. So let's take a look at those swatches now. Now that you've seen the swatches of everything, let's jump into the two eyeshadow tutorials using the Elsa and the Anna palettes, and then I'll wrap up all my thoughts on this collection at the end. I'm gonna start off by prepping my eyes with my favorite eye base. It's the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. Then I set my base using a little bit of the MAC Next to Nothing powder. Going into the Elsa palette now, I'm first taking the shade called Fire and building that up as my transition shade, adding just a little bit of warmth to what is going to be overall a very cool toned look. Next, I'm taking Winter. This is a very vibrant periwinkle matte shade, and it is best applied with the finger if you want to get really, really opaque coverage. The finger is the way to go. A brush didn't really do it for me. Next, I'm going to use the two reddish shades right along my lash line to try to create a little depth there. First, the shade Awakened, and then I sort of smudged that out with the more matte shade called Spindrift on a little pencil brush. This gives us a faux eyeliner look. Then I'm using the shade called Gale. This is a beautiful shimmery lavender, and I'm using my finger to blend that all across my entire lid, add a little shimmer there. Then I went back with my original transition shade called Fire, just to blend out the crease and also add that along the lower lash line. For the inner corner highlight, I used this duochrome shade called Cuddle Close, just dabbed that right in the inner eye area, and I use ice crystals as a pop in the center of the lid for a little silvery reflection. Curled my lashes, added my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. That's my finished Elsa look. Of course, I had to pair it with the Elsa Luxe lipstick called Little Snow. Actually pretty happy with how this one turned out. I was struggling to find the right color combination, but I actually really like this. I'm surprised. Cool tones usually aren't my thing. Now for the Anna look, I prep my eyes in the exact same way every single time. First, priming with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and then using just a little bit of powder to set my eye base. That way I have a nice smooth surface to work on there. For my transition shade, I'm using this orangey matte shade called Fearless, building that up into the crease, focusing most of the color in the center and then blending outwards in either direction and also along the lower lash line just for a little bit of balance there. Next, I'm taking this beautiful royal purple matte shade called Autumn Breeze on a small fluffy brush and building that up really nice and smoky along the outer part of the eye. I wanted a pretty dramatic look, so I went hard with this dark purple. Before adding any shimmers, I'm just going to take my original transition shade and blend out a little bit, add some warmth back into that crease. I decided to pop a little bit of this duochrome called Scooch In on the inner corner. Then this bright yellowy gold called Earth was swept across the inner part of the eyelid with my finger, and then I blended that using the shade Adventure into that deep royal purple so that we got a really nice fade effect, sort of a sunset look here. Then just a little bit more Autumn Breeze. I didn't want to lose that dark smokiness on the outer corner. Curled my lashes, added my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, and that finishes off my Anna look. Paired that with her Going North Luxe lipstick. I absolutely love this look. It's colorful, but it's not too in your face. It's really fun. It's very regal. I can't get enough of this eyeshadow look. I am kind of surprised about my feelings about this collection. When I first cracked open these products, I really thought that the Elsa palette was just more interesting. It was something a little bit different in my collection. But after using them, I'm gonna be basic and just tell you the truth. I like the Anna palette more. I think that the shades work together better. Undeniably, the artwork on here is really, really beautiful. I think this was a great way to stay true to the Disney characters, but make it just a little bit more grown up. It's not quite as cartoony as they could have gone with it. There's definitely a sophistication in this design. It is still very kid friendly. I can see like tweens really loving this, and I think that that's more of the Frozen demographic too. I do give ColourPop kudos for marking the shades really clearly that are not intended for the eye area. I just wish that the pressed glitters weren't in here. It's no secret I'm not a fan of the pressed glitters. I'm even more so not a fan of them when they're being marketed to like a younger demographic. If you're an adult and you are aware of the risks of using glitter around your eyes and you accept that risk, you're probably going to take more pains to use things like glitter glue. You're going to apply it carefully and you're going to remove it carefully, and hopefully you're going to, you know, protect your eye health. I think kids aren't really quite as aware of those type of things. So just, you know, if you're gonna gift this to a kid, or if you're a younger person and you're watching this, just know that even according to ColourPop, these aren't supposed to be used on your eyes. That's why they put it on the packaging. So, you know, I wish they weren't in here, but I will give them some props for at least making their warnings a little bit more obvious. Shade-wise, I think that this palette is a little bit more cohesive, and I just had an easier time creating looks with these colors. I love the really regal color scheme, that really rich gold and purple type of color scheme. It fits the Anna character and it's just really easy to work with. It's a beautiful kind of fall look palette. Now the Elsa palette is really cool, and I don't mean that as a pun. There's a mixture of warm and cool tones in here. I love the duochromes. My biggest issue was actually the two red shades on the bottom. I just couldn't quite get them to work into a look here. I do wish they had gone with something cooler toned for these darker shades, either like a navy blue, even a black, or a super dark gray, a dark cool toned brown. That would have made this palette a little bit more cohesive for me, but I do think this is something quite interesting and different, so I like it for that. I just don't love it quite as much as I love the Anna palette. I'm not a big fan of body glitters, so the Gliterally Obsessed shades are neither here nor there for me. The glosses are fine, they're nothing special. I do really like both Luxe lipsticks. The cream Luxe lipsticks are my favorite formula. These are both nice, approachable, wearable shades, things that I can see myself wearing and I can see a lot of other people comfortable wearing as well. So my top picks are both Luxe lipsticks and the Anna palette. I really wish that instead of the body glitter, they had done shimmery blushes, blush and highlight duos, something like that, just because I think it really fits this like flushed looking theme that they could go with for a very wintry collection. Now's the time when I want to hear what you guys think about these products. Are you interested in this collection? Are you Frozen fans? Which things are calling out to you? Which look did you like better? Leave all your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Amanda here, and today, classic. Elsa, help me. I'll rephrase. Why is there a fly in here? I think I was too old for Frozen. Like, it was after my time of really loving Disney movies. I mean, I still love Disney movies, but I love the Disney movies from my childhood. Like, Beauty and the Beast is my jam. Like, you're still... Fine, we're fine. I say shades. Super shocks. You know, this look is growing on me the more I wear it. I feel like I would have liked it better if I didn't try to work those reds in, but I just needed a dark shade. Okay then. Okay, cool. I think that's it. I mean, it felt like it was a little too easy, but what can I say? All right, okay.